Our dwarf fortress, with its delicate fairy tales, desperate follies, dastardly foes,
The mouse devil.
and damn good fun.
What? No! Ah, it won't stop. I wish I'd never angered that wizard, but I thought he was mad. Oh, I mean, who would take notice of a curse of dwarven soup pot? Ah, not the onions!
Isam, what on the Ageless Realm?
He said I would rue the day.
I'll have the sleep for dinner.
Kutam Milunudis Wamid. Welcome one and all to BustBlizzards, a little fortress of solitude in the scorching desert of the Kindle Dunes. I am Flem Crevice, creator and archdeity of the Ageless Realm. And based on the looks on the faces of my co-hosts, Snodford and Gainsborough, I may have gone too far with the little dwarf weeping shallots. Oh, no, I was stand by the awful pun.
Yeah.
Do shove it. To get any newcomers caught up, I convinced 7 dwarves the world was ending, and accidentally fostered a doomsday cult. Anyway, previously I had poor Thikut running marathons to make metal, and rather than moving the forge to the metal, I had the other dwarves moving material to the forge. Having spent more than 3 seconds thinking about this, I've moved the forge. I don't love that we've got workshops in the bunker garden, but 3 by 3 is a lot of space to take up, and the physical moving won't take a moment. No, it wouldn't, but the dwarves have begun their yearly martial training. 1 month a year, obsidian if you're wondering, they'll gather together and train to use the weapons I've told them are the most effective against the blind mushroom monsters I've said are converting dwarves on the ravaged surface. The Last of Us? No, the episode's just started. You've loads more lines. And that weapon is the battle axe. Here's Attis getting into the spirit of things. Far too into the spirit, if you ask me.
That's gotta hurt.
What? No, no! She's swinging the axe down. She's just got it the wrong way round. Oh my me, you do! Hope it don't rust. Snod!
No, it's copper. It'll just turn green.
Gainsborough! On then to Momuz ScribeSalves, spending time at the craft workers' workshop making pond turtle shell helms. With Thikut doing all the smelting, I wanted somebody else to focus on making armor, but didn't really want to waste the iron on shoddy work. So I figured if Momuz here spends a few months making helmets from something that isn't metal, he'd at least get the gist of it. Straps, general shape, that sort of thing. Spoiler warning, it does in fact not train the armoring skill at all, and instead just counts as bone carving. I don't know how, seeing as what I'm picturing is an empty shell with a chin strap, but there we are. Momuz is just glad of the task keeping him from the other dwarves. There was a rather uncomfortable moment in the tavern recently, where he farted to cover a cough, and...
Isn't it the other way around?
Well, yes, and he knows that now. Oh, bless him. See? Gone to eat a solitary meal and then off to bed. We still love you, Momuz. But that does mean we'll need to let Thikut keep control of the forging. Makes sense, really. He's the closest thing to an armourer anyway. Metal crafting means making things other than armour and weapons out of metal. Spoons and the like. Do you know what? No. Disturbing, really, with all the soup being produced. No, chairs and tables and doors and such. Things that honestly might be considered more complicated to make than sharpening a bit of metal, perhaps, but there we go. Oh, and he's made his first helm, or one of them anyway. A well-crafted iron helm. No, we aren't keeping...
Snigger.
Did you just say snigger?
He made a peanut.
No, it's a well-crafted iron helm. Its peculiar curves are designed to deflect the blows of enemy combatants, and the frenulum, round embossed nodule, makes sweeping strikes at the shaft less effective.
That can happen if you get circumcised.
It's a bloody helmet!
Not a good enough one, though, so it'll be melted back down for material. A few goes round and Thikut will be shining up some real beauties for us.
Why is there a hole at the top?
Ask your mum.
This helm was made for Isam. The hole is for his top knot.
He's a dog.
Oh dear.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Moving on to some of the culinary experiments I've been doing. With no access to the outside world, we've needed to squeeze every last drop of resource from the local flora and whatever seeds we had access to before coming down here. Something I have never utilized before is quarry bushes, and their seeds, known as rock nuts for their hefty size and irregular shape.
Ha! That was Graham's nickname in school.
No, Snodford, that's not true.
No, it is.
Oh. Well, these rock nuts grow into big bushy things if tended properly and can be squeezed to produce oil. Snodford, if you say a single bloody word, I'm going to kick you. The bushes themselves can be processed into bags for some leaves and a single rock nut. The leaves need to be cooked to be eaten, but honestly, given the way dwarves will ignore prepared meals to snack on a filth-covered fresh-picked potato, and then whine about it, I'm glad for that little quirk.
Wow, look at him go!
Right? So, yes, Rizen Chamber Dimples, he of the much maligned and mildly mutilated man-meat. Just set up a clothier's workshop because I've started to see little X's appear next to our dwarves' clothing. Not yet certain who will get the job of making everybody's socks, but Rizen isn't what anybody could call busy. He's taking time between basic hauling jobs to get in a little individual combat drill, and the whole point of yearly training was to not affect the basic running of the fort. So we needs must have more work.
Won't that just mean less time for other work?
Well, yes, then no. Gather round, kiddies. Here's an actual tip for Dwarf Fortress. Dwarves take longer to do certain tasks, so you only want them doing those tasks when there is nothing else to do. The shorter the task, the more tasks they can do overall, and the smoother the fort runs, and quicker they respond to military summons and alerts. Lots of small, quick tasks means lots of dwarf power availability. Fewer, more arduous ones means starvation, tantrum spiders, and ruination.
And just how sure are you of the efficacy of this advice?
50-50? All I'll say is I changed all work orders to make things in single digits, and I've got nobody below lime green with mild euphoria yet. The only issue with culinary experiments in a small bunker is you need somewhere to put all the results. To that end, we've walled up a convenient bit of space between the forge area and the pasture. And we'll be filling it up once everybody stops getting excited about playing musical helms. Yes, it seems the dwarves will pick up any old nonsense and don it, so we've got the lot of them, helmets, not dwarves, set to be melted back down. Can even see the pond turtle shell helms that Momuz made. I still need to deal with those. Then we can see dwarves doffing the Doom Dome defenders in disgust, or for fear of being barbecued within them. I had previously put all smithing jobs on Thikut, but I think basic furnace work should be taken on by hands not training to produce legendary gear. So that's why the others are at it now. They've also started doing charcoal. No wonder Thikut wasn't getting many helmets done. Another new thing we're trying is dyeing. Not in the normal way dwarves dye in one of my forts. Ral Braided Manor is the one who shall be doing the first bit of bluing. Midnight blue, that is. Yes, I would have preferred black for this doomsday cult, but we've a limited number of things we can make dye with, and I can't be bothered finding out if any of them will work when we have Dimple Dye just sat here doing nothing. Then Ral seems to be done, so let's take a look. Yes, there we go. For the cost of a barrel, a bucket, a handful of dimple cups, and me knows how many dwarf hours, we've got ourselves a sheet of dark blue cave spider silk cloth. The only use of which, beyond aesthetics, is increasing the moods of any dwarves preferring the colour should they wear clothing made from it. We haven't any, and increasing the trade value of said clothing. We aren't trading. Sometimes when I write these scripts, they lead me to question my own sanity. We're following Momuz ScribeSalves again. This time not to laugh at his public faux pas, but instead to await his creation of what I'm sure will be a masterpiece. Yes, much like Rizen in his room, I have inspired Momuz to get to work on a little engraving of his own. I like doing this not just for the chance to laugh at their nonsense, but also to get to know the dwarves just that bit better. I did set him as the only engraver, right?
Yup.
Well, maybe he's just taking his time to think about what he actually wants to draw. What part of the last 3 years of videos has led you to the conclusion that any thinking ever goes on here? Fair point. Ah, there he goes. The clink, 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 Zulash Ok. Clink of a novice dwarf at a task with a sharp implement. And he is done. It's an image of crows that he's called Genlath Lolam, the Seductions of Wood. Here's the image. Stop it, Snodford. It's a mistranslation. He doesn't mean seductions like a partner in the bedroom, but more like a deep personal craving, a primal need.
For wood?
Yes, I can't talk my way around that one. I guess he's lonelier than I thought. But that's no reason to be laughing at him. Oh, no, absolutely not. Splinters are no laughing matter at the best of times. Ugh. The engraving itself is very good. Well done, John, on not making a complete pig's ear of it. Here we have Aban Cultbridge, lover of Ral Braided Manor, though that doesn't define her as a dwarf. No, what defines Aban is her complete and total devotion to the nonsense doomsday cult we accidentally created here. At 44 years old, she's actually one of the senior dwarves and has lived a life to prove it. Ask her about any of the known cults on the Ageless Realm and she'll have heard of it, if not have been a member. The frog worshippers of the Ribbed Swamps? She was there, until she was thrown out for creating too many princes. The Immortal Thrips Collective? she was around for the whole day. She would even have been present for the downfall of Archpost if she hadn't joined a sun-worshipping cult the month before and lost a staring contest with their deity. But she has loved none so much as BustBlizzards. Be it for the sincerity of her fellow dwarves, or the seeming severity of the foe Armageddon, Aban is loving life. They all are, in fact. Never before, with a fortress of any size, have I been able to keep my dwarves this happy. I don't know what I'm doing that's working. Sort of the problem when you change so many things at once. But it is working. No doubts about that. And it is early autumn. The traders are here, and with them a new... it's just Sodell's senses rim again. Yes, looks like he didn't need to complete his meeting last year, and did successfully leave. Cadol Staff Belted is still here. Still nothing more than bored and lonely, despite standing on the map edge for 3 years alone. What will it take to break him, do you think?
Flying elbow.
Yep, do it. No argument here. On to Thikut PriestStaves. And if you look down here, you can see that he is now considered a competent armorsmith. Not too shabby, considering prior to last year he thought a gauntlet was what you called a malnourished child. No, he never. Right, that's enough. One more brazenly dirty or blatantly hurtful remark, and I'm replacing your ink sacs with Ovaltine ones. Got it?
Yes, Mr. Crevice.
Right. All this hard work means we're starting to see some actually decent helmets come out of the forge. Here goes. This is the newest model, being worn by Rizen. Nothing from you, Snod? No? Don't want to draw attention to the peculiar ring and ball-ended brass rods? Me? Can't see why I would. What about the fact that Thikut decided to keep the hole on the top, and, as such, Rizen's off-white hair is frothing forth from it? No?
Oh, I get it now. It's 'cause he dimples their chambers.
Oh, just laugh, you're turning blue.
Oh, it's moldy!
And it's obsidian once more. As such, we will of course watch our dwarves get down to a little martial training. Now, with them only doing this once a year, I don't suspect they'll get good at it any time soon. But if something happens, and they find themselves in a battle for their lives, I would prefer they have some idea of what they're doing. Not to mention that now we've got enough superior quality helmets, Thikut has begun working on breastplates, so the extra weight will help with the training. Oh, and Attis is leading an axe demonstration. What did I say about splinters? Yes, very funny. Strange that she should feel the need to lead it when Aban is actually our woodcutter, but I don't suppose it will hurt.
So you weren't listening?
So, I was just about to bring things to a close today when I saw this. Just had to show you all. Not sped up in the slightest, mind you. And for anybody not in the know, this is what our over-caffeinated Moggy is attacking. I think it's clear why it couldn't countenance something so adorable living. Cats. And as I said, with that we're going to end things. Just showing you that we've set up a very chill work-free zone for the dwarves, and they're going to be spending early spring taking a load off after over a year's solid work. Now, I know I keep joking about having created a doomsday cult, but I'd say what we have here is much closer to a found family. Look, even Momuz has managed to push through his social awkwardness to join the others in the tavern. Yes, well, nobody is leaving at least. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed this fortnight's offering. Maybe even enough to give a little like and a subscribe if you haven't. Just a thought. Look after yourselves and we'll see you again next time. Anus Ashon, you most wonderful of individuals.
Anus Ashon.
Hey, Flemmo, tea's up.
Oh, thank me, I was bloody parched. Wait, I thought we were out of milk.
We are.
Multi!